94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumedie ena wasogu so awutie no ma ye na munyina sensan ma makwa babie Alhaji Nasari ewa ha or communications officer Emma Zongo caucus of the NDC and also a member of the national communications team of the party. Samson Alhaji Kamal Deen Abdulai a deputy communications director of the NPP. Ononso waha yeshe edi enkomo entian sana remember Alhaji Nasari abem na or some quick reactions between to earlier submission Kamal Deen na pay angel remittance service say yemfa ntoma ni madofonom munyi masom so na monsan tie we emfa emame say ene. Since 2013, Pay Angel has been facilitating payment from UK, EU, US, Canada, and Australia in up to 27 sub-Saharan African countries, notably Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Senegal, Mali, and others. So, who UK, or any of the EU countries, or US, or Canada, or Australia, now the Sika Air Bre or Nam for Nom, Webusia for Africa, use Pay Angel remittance. They also say on money CBG anyone toma abum in nipa or just kind of any CBG location nationwide with reference number would be sending on or the valid ID account residential address na edinisi kama promptly when no corner bia in him. And the part when it comes to remittance, CBG is your bank of choice. Almost Kai say not all angels reside in heaven. Some walk on the face of the earth, just like Pay Angel. In the first CBGCC, our contact center 0302 216 000. Now, no one in income or CBG or see we stand with you. Alhaji Nasari. Now, also was some reactions being to you.
Yes. Kamal Deen, Kasan. Or is the issue be very interesting? Say some expenditure now under the John Mohammed administration, or make key example of the free SHS, and it's a car na airport. And also so say Ukraine, Russia conflict, and also the
impact on the economy,
or science who raise here, I say, a mind cry, a cassiano, so conflict, yes. Say, oba expenditure, no, as a muhu. I will say, all Cassano, now a kinds work, I say, before His Excellency John Mohammed be free, I couldn't so. Now a science so at the revenue, I be count. Revenue every 10 fields. Revenue every sankofa fields. Revenue yedi abeka omampenyi nanado danko akufado administration. And also beboa. So say why expenditure be ane any hono. We nya di kanfo why yehwe or sanso eja revenue. Esla say at the kan homa say obetimi nya revenue to be able to operate and then develop the country. Nti sa wo kasa wo the expenditure for aba kan hunu say wo be kai Ghana for to say ye ja revenue so na obi anso enya e de ma. Besides that, say wo ka aman ahora ye giants are affected to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and nti Ghana is suffering now. Mean you wouldn't because so far might be to say Germany is largely dependent on Russia for the energy. Ghana is not dependent on Russia for energy. And immediately, even 2 weeks in the war, in the Japan say energy now, yeah, mostly more excess. No one in Russia for generating now.
Nasa energy in your power.
And I say they be, and I say energy now. Most that power your energy.
No,
power your energy.
A form of energy, but it is not all about energy. Say petroleum, so one day.
And omukoto petrol Russia. No, you go ahead. They were here now to free Russia, and America be say events almost starting conflict
in Russia can affect the world price of
and
fuel.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. But the effect now all can say am I will giant affect you. And I mean the reasons why it affect you immediately. So if it affects you immediately, say it affect you more depending on such people to run even their economy. You know? Now there's something fundamentally wrong. That is all that I want to raise. And it's right to think that way too. Say, Obia or no depending on Nipan nebemano to run his economy. Who and you know now depending on. You've put in place several mechanisms. And besides that, you even have other opportunity. So Russia, Ukraine, you are other opportunities. I will be falling on anytime because a market. So when you make into what catch says our conflict, you know, in 3 weeks in the conflict are affecting your economy. Then we have questions to begin to ask. That is me worry. Say, yeah, can Russia, yeah, can say Ukraine conflict, you know. Mumma kind who say, and you say, be affecting and cry, and ye minimum yara, yes, starting and on there say, South conflict, you know, affecting pushing economy wayward. And I say outside the box. Now, yen to me and manage the economy. Say yen now there is something fundamentally wrong because the impression we about our economy, you know, and say we are dependent on Russia or Ukraine for anything directly. I know na me pese me kan o kasa no on kai enhu de say amanfo betimi adwen akwechiri in most of their statement. Now yen jai say Russia ama economy na tete apansa ho.
Okay. Kamal, you have any further point on this?
Oh, not really, but I'm say nsembi wo honoma ye kan na enye say ye boy esiri ma kan asem keke. I've already indicated say we don't live in isolation as a country. Yene amai ewo honoma
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Ideas I share and other things. And I make her say I mentioned 2 factors. Me say we just have an na COVID and our COVID no. Aha economies in our year. And fundamentally, they are the major factor affecting any and ever drew baby away. COVID. Now me say in recent times so now the Ukraine-Russian war buy. Now me catch say yes. Economy be yen oya projections. Oh, oya projections. Now projections now no is based on a forex market ukuta. What do you say? Any other indicators are ewo honum as I say. Yan fan say for example inflation at 23%.
Yes.
Okay. Market inflation and inflation generally. Okay. Of goods and services.
Yes.
Oh, Ghana is an import-based, if anything, economy, which we don't take away from. Obi biara wo ton suo we say me to we every country we aba beton wa hanom no. Enam say ene dia si ene no because of projections are made here. No ma me wo in stock no. Mint me enkonya ne biom in the next 1 month and next 2 months no.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I would have to be in business. Na say me wo in business depending on time as our problems no be reduce and be subsidize no na matima akokto no maba no na increments aba because forex markets na akosoro it is santi and na measure the price me normal o just here at that point you know we can say we twen I see 3 weeks into affect then with the grace of respect to my brother he really doesn't understand the dynamics of economics and trade because if I am buying this for 5 cedis today and the projection I am making is that the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 1 month to come, no, me kwa kotoa, meto no be ebia 10 cedis. And at the time I meto 5 cedis, no, the dollar was around let's say 7 cedis and now 6 cedis. And the dollar is running to let's say maybe 8 cedis or 9 cedis. Obviously, as a smart businessman, you would have to do projection and price your goods. That will bring the inflation up. And these are technicalities and common tried knowledge, common economists will be any. And you bet na say, "War on here 3 weeks in it shouldn't have an effect." With a great respect to my brother, I think say he doesn't really understand fundamentals of economics, no, and trade. And they may say, Ukraine, I've just mentioned you, Ukraine war, no, and then me no say, look at fertilizer. I'm a farmer, and I got worried when I went to Tamale. I just came back from Tamale some few days ago because I've gone to prepare my farmlands and all that.
Asempa FM.
Now, me call I got worried in the sense that me bisa fertilizer war. Me call if anything Yara Moho. Me bisa bo I cringed. Because last year Yara Hono me to 220 Ghana cedis. Or 50 maxi bag no 50 kg. 220. Some places I'm 200 kra. Last year. This year I no say it has doubled. I'm telling you it's frightening. This year I'm telling you the truth. This year Yara Hono no and I'm 450 Ghana cedis. A bag. If not more than double.
Of the same fertilizer.
Of the same fertilizer. So, of course, question to ask, Yara, where do we get our fertilizer from? We all know how well Ukraine is placed when it comes to fertilizer supplies, and how well Russia also does when it comes to that. So, will somebody then say that the war has not affected us? It has. Okay? We call AMG. We have another fertilizer called AMG also. Prices are for last year, no, and then this year, OTR, my brother, is frightening. That one is running to about 400. So obviously, Obi Biara Obeka say, oh, war na affect ya obwa, because nipa ni nimse minti mi konya ni se sia. Na se ma mboa me ho anto honoma. Na se ebedo na ekosoro a, and I'm out of business. So you see, when we are facing reality, let's face reality. Let's not do politics so much. To mestre Ghana for ahobrasem mu, eni die mu. Yampe nipa mo nimdie e wo ye economists mo na yen tena se na yen hwe se we nti e na ekose and na me know cause tomatoes, for example, tomatoes bo akosoro because the Ghanaian market doesn't have tomatoes. Oko akomandan your season no, it doesn't have tomatoes now. Oko a friend is saying no, northern part of Ghana, Paloguni area ho need tomatoes, so the trader has to cross into Burkina Faso. No ato Burkina dia no adiaba or the baby sa paint container no motono maybe 35 cedis, 45 cedis no, obviously e be cost to about 80 cedis because precious aba tina na we nyina make us say the economy of course will suffer if we are not facing reality and tell each other the truth. Na say but na na NDC and na John Mahama abamu and MPP abamu and I say yeah, and the real facts are not looked at, then we don't know what we are talking about. So I am saying that look, and say NDC now yet to about more and now you know to her. If these are the factors on the ground, NDC can never do magic. That's a fact. They can't do magic.
Ekosiisen on
Ofa ode John Dramani Mahama and now say Nanado ka say ebianka your constitution prayer. Na Mahama me pese me ma 2 weeks and now 1 month. But last na me go John Mahama can never do magic to bring down the price of fuel. He can't. And they know it and I know it. So but na and John Mahama otu abama obwa is a lie. Because I am saying that the factors that you are confronted with, that is why I call for smart management to it. And of course, when we are comparing and contrasting the MPP versus the NDC, when it comes to managing the economy, on any day, NDC will not come near the MPP. That's a fact. On any day. And that is why I mentioned government expenditures that has had a toll on the economy, and that must go on because it's essential. Under them, such expenditure would never existed. But now I say John Mahama left some capital. What capital did he leave? You left a growth of economy around 3.5 for us. No COVID, nothing. You are talking about Tenfield. Say my wells. You know what it takes in the oil and gas industry to develop a well to get to a level where you can fetch crude? It's a going concern. It's a process. Okay? In any case, if I'm going now and then Moka say Mwaja Tenfield, no, and then Moka say Jungo. Today you are priding yourself. Moka che Ghana for say, and mwa yadia ma, and mwa oil yadia yadia betre John Kufo. It took NDC to do a press conference to say Jungo na eduko chere nipa. And then you are happy to say it's more Tenfield. That is interesting. And these are the alternative in Ghana. I'm saying that these are the people who say they are an alternative to Ghana.
You've shown up your
revenue. You show what revenue. Look, we took over this economy. We took over this economy. Now economy no ultimate fajuma. Because IMF had told you that you cannot recruit. Conditionalities were there. Except
education and health.
Except our please.
Now,
and even education and health, you know, what brought about the popular the infamous freezer, because teaching and learning materials even were lacking in schools. That's the economy you bequeath to us. When it took the second lady a call out or say what brought about it? It was because teachers lack teaching and learning materials in their institutions. Not even talk of posting teachers. And then education service. I was with Educhum few days ago. The education minister, honorable. And in fact, let me commend him for the good job he's doing actually. Metnaye, me can say backlog or more in terms of teachers or one man post to more. I 2016, 2015 teachers. I'm we diploma. This is what is hanging. From 2017, 2018, teachers we diploma. They post everybody. That is under Nanado. You can't say ma na alternative. What alternative? When you left people hanging, you left nurses, you couldn't post them. Restoration of allowance, it was cost again on the economy. Ask how many nurses have actually received their allowances. How much money has gone? Then you sit here and tell me that John Mohammed left capital. What capital? To and the Obi in Sembi or Honoma, ye can't. Sebi, ye take your time. Now they are doing 200. Now you're for papers. I will say on any day, we will give NDC a chance to wreck this economy when we vote for them again. Because they are nothing but nation wreckers. Look at their records and look at our records.
But will it be fair to say, sir, we a nation wreckers?
When it comes to managing the economy,
no, because they did
it's
some
my
good
perspective.
things.
It's my
as well.
concern. I'm not. It's not harsh, but of course that is a description of what I can give. It's not harsh, but I'm just saying that. Of course, these are people. Look, they have the facts, and we can look at it. And then America said there are conditions we can look at. There are indicators we can look at. I am admitting again that the economy, as we said today, we are all suffering. I am admitting that. Because for me to buy diesel around 11 CDs and some first pesos on it, it's biting. For me to buy petrol over 9 CDs or so, it's biting. I feel for the truck driver. I feel for the taxi driver. I feel for the farmer. I am a farmer too. I just mentioned the price of fertilizer and I'm worried about it. What do you say? And I'm thinking that what are the factors that has actually caused this? In reality, let's all face it. That is why I'm saying that the usual mabatina hanum premier NDC ni me buy akoko 200 Ghana and a dokono 20 Ghana. Dokono bakoko obi beka just say kwa ko su obi dokono 20 Ghana. Somebody will do it and then go and sit down and sleep. I ain't no correct. But I think that's politics. No, Ghana for I'm happy about it. Recently, I saw a trend in the elections of MPP, and I was so happy about it. You know why? I was happy because we are awake. We are beginning to be objective as politicians. Obi ohonuma wodini sika ba wa yedede wa yedede ya hwe na say he nya osika no. Ya hwe say yebeti a party here ade so. And they vote otherwise. I know a particular constituency a bimu ko chiche sika sa ya nto aba ma omo. They left it. So I'm saying that by extension, Ghanaians are also becoming so much awake on some of these things. Now you may metina hanum enye petty. Whether you are MPP communicator or NDC communicator, don't be petty. Say it as a test. And then be able to tell the people, say, these are the preferred solutions I made. I've never heard a single solution coming to them from them. All they do is that, and a Namoko boy is saying, and a Tomatoes boy is saying, and a Akoko 200 Ghana, and a Akoko 200. That is the politics you are taught. I'm saying that John Mohammed cannot do magic, especially when Nuna Kachara say 4 years is not enough to even measure a government, and you have only 4 years to come and do Ghana. Unim said John Mohammed has only 4 years. Yes. When he's voted for, if what the constitution is saying is so, it say any person
or 4 more years.
Four more years.
One more term to go.
Say according to John Dramani Mohammed, Ghana for Muntio, or say 4 years ain't enough to turn around things in Ghana. And that we cannot use that to measure a government in 4 years. And he wants to come back for that 4 years to do a better thing. Magic or what?
Naziru. Yes.
Be anywhere a man more than 4 years.
President be why
President be anywhere a man more than 4 years.
4 years.
Ubia na wa kohwe bi obre ade ama anamwa. Enti asebo o karo. Ono a o clear be say oro no onimu no. Say oyesa suggestion na enye driving or driving into a ditch. Say ni thinking ni say Bahama be 4 years spent. Now I say 4 years is not enough. Now oka in reference to the tenure of office yema nkofo for 4 years. If we can increase it, that was the point he was making. It is yes, I know bet now air twist. Now we are also obedient or can the casa amount case tomato boyadi. Akuko boyadi. It's as an another down quade or no newa by Muntibe and Casa. Now maybe say since when did that start? Yet you my muha. And on my pagina and I do down Quakupo Ghana food in whom they say, ya ye interchange, ever come and come out cycle. And I say, the boy Deen Dodo. Ya ye will, and the Ghana for you so about Obia Campo. What's the boy Deen Dodo? It took another MP from MPP to bring him to line, said they be cost no say no mo ye no is in line bibie ni wa eye on toward ono opemu na nkasa no na nkasa saa o and they do this wa wo say bo obi ankasa saa mo obi an raise the concern is as ono na ye o ma beni ma men ka me nua
Kamal Deen.
fertilizer boy ye din fertilizer ye kra every aboje the dollar na ye de to eye wo wasede en your government asede say obehwe na cedi to dollar ratio no why ye bibia afa ho eno ye Russia asede say wo behwe na wo ankasa watumi amanage wo system say na be ya cedi enkochesi dollar cedi bebre enkochesi dollar ketwa eye wo wasede say wo be manage wo economy yiye na wo di nyoma watutu nyoma yiye say internal production say na wo ka the promise you came to power with is you're moving from taxation to production. It is a production ye juma nka ne obi nko Russia na say enko abruchire nko kasa okoto fertilizer e di abaha e ma the dollar na ekoto so prices na akosoro a na onkai hu ne say dollar any cedi na ye ka say bo no adosu dodo importers ni bebre e na esu ehun so aso ni it has nothing to do with Russia Ukraine conflict as of now. It has nothing to do with that. Enti se ye kasa moma yen kasa na yen hihye nyoma se na be ya ye kasa wie no a obi ehunu se de bi ye wo odo bi e ma oman Ghana na ye se ye ba be kasa na ye sori wie a makasa yi ama me party ana se makasa yi ama ban na se amanfo no yetumi aka bibi agu o masum enti ye nsori nko ye ne sa no a wo ne be ba be hanto because at the end of the day a kosoro ba from ye ne sen kura no a amanfo be to aba wo de omo bebuti no mo beto aba no a obehu senia o masetena muti ene senia o muhu wa ban no esifa and it is clear aban ya itumi ba power with over omo no mo ka o masem omo nya be 1 something million votes no mo de buy enya members of parliament do say ye court election next election a ni nyina so atiaba sa aban no say wa ya de obi an ye bi that yesterday I was listening to His Excellency the President. Ochia ahemfobi. Ono wo mo kasa se waye rules obi anye bi da wokrom ha. Emra na John the man Mohammed e kasa waye rules. Obi enenum na o ka che se waye road a obeti fufusu sola yaye wei. Omo de omo nka hwe o. Ya yesin obi ana eno ano. There is no direction. Ontimi bie enenum kura nka nkyere o se waye kwan wei. Aye kwan potia Ghana fo nyina anim eno ane se ya yesi no obia obi ndura wotie ya wote so omampanyi ebo kwan ba ko a eka kwan no wa ye na kire se obi an ye bi da ho Ghana no wote se wa bobi sa na omo kasa Kamal Deen betrase ya sa na obe kasa sa omo bi enzo na omo akasa obi eye propagandist eno na me wanwa no mo kasa ama Ghana fo hu no se ade a mo kai eni ho na mo force obi ne ye kasa yeah, beka inflation huns and semi. My newspapers in the Obi, I don't know whether you've had opportunity to watch it, to see and the newspapers. Andra, it was all over the newspapers, front page. Momo Fuano, Adia to say, Wamo, all the newspapers, almost all front page. This important issue of inflation, maybe any Ghana for events, TBI Yetimui. One who be front page be on the newspaper. Are the newspapers who being controlled by somebody? And no question that maybe sir. One in there was it a front page story?
About the current economic situation, like prices of goods
and services, inflation are rising record 18 years.
Oh no, but the media has reported that widely.
And I may say, and newspapers.
Yes.
My example of yesterday, Momo
the
front page all over, almost all the newspapers.
Okay.
Near front page.
Okay.
And there's a story where many bread and butter issue. When we were front page.
Ekosiisen on
Why? Because that is the situation in which we are. And no crying country. But newspaper, because maybe I'm a social newspaper. In the morning, I was in the yes, you are discussing it. Why should one be? There's priority. Send you front page, you know. You will see you answer. Yeah, story. Yeah, the story about front page. So open front page or newspaper. You will see obituary. About the same move for sad story. Do very important. I to say newspapers in our front page. Now we very important matter we anyhow. So we begin to ask ourselves questions. Say obia na edwuma oye no oboa ama ya fisa tibia wemu ana ye boa ama ya kwa wo na ye gina akodu ditch ni mu a na ya start isu say wo na wo de yen buy wo na wo de yen buy. Those are the fundamentals. But to the substantive issue, Obi, me.
Oh no, sir. Or can I don't know which substantive issue is.
Obi, my topics are
but deal with it briefly, man. Because why?
Oh, to me, topics.
Oh, not really. I mean, the brushes on Kamal swing under the end.
I don't think Kamal to be emphasized because of we don't have substantive.
Everyone,
is that the case? Say we don't have anything to discuss.
On a substantive matter. Who's into the substantive issue?
Obi,
Nazari,
are you admitting that we just came here?
No, anything I say Kosono.
Correct. You have substantive issue. And until the has a better discussing. We can't run away from that because it's factual. And no, Obi, say what ye the fact say ne yejina yeti maimu and I say penyin bi ana opeso obey man penyin and be in mutum a judge will be government wabra na inflation a year 17% or say a year the papa na debt to GDP and then number 61 in the account or say to say or minor to tap on some inti or friend nipana no was one or friend names ensem fata say anka obefre pin now no na breso ene the same situation nanka enti say eyesa because ono wenya added advantage wo hwe sika e free amano ne ne ekeka ho ba wo hwe ono ankasa revenue which we are raising wo hwe sika wakobo busia wa abochiri now wo de ni nyina beka ho na say net inflation ending on 23.6 the highest in 18 years na sa nipa no ana guso edaso eye the head of economic management team na mesrebe busa ende ye be friend sen ene ono efre obi din the like names are ensem fata ende ono ye be friend sen na ye friend wa ye say ye be kan no say wo ofre obi wa bra na situation okra endu ha ofre obi names wo no ende ye friend wa wo pe ana say ye friend wa be ka say yembu ade say ye kasa sa etre opin because ono no lead the chart the fact me near me one can say and say over all sectors of life obiano depending on inflation has affected it so much from food 26.6%, transport inflation 33%, household housing rent in your 25% in your keka. Now what be sound who say the ordinary Ghanaian obi woni say tuo no omo ye bodwa adwuma no
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
otekaswa oyibi madina ichirebi because rent no ewo ho no enhye da enye so expensive into obetena ho na obefo car bakrum abeye adwuma wo ye very lucky eji be 1,000 Ghana a month. That is the reality. Now wa full car with this high cost of transportation kwaniaba every day for 5 days so on ye juma Saturdays ukranwa because sanko for the bimu ye juma 1 week the whole week na ohwe se sa ni sika 1,000 no obeje no ebeso no transportation kwa ebeso no me no ye je tumu se enso ena ye obi ena ye bosremuka rating agencies ebekasa wo mo se de bi entesa Ghana for His Excellency John Mohammed started to raise issues with the economy. Say monhwe de bibi a mokeka kono enye ye kabo mu eka eni bi na oye no ha no ontumi ye what ade wo ye korongo kaya ade ekura ontumi nso a wo so si obi ntumi mba emba entumi emba mbesua odwene wa we enti yenye den yenja mawo na fa yenko ekokun ye nyina intumi ye ne sa by all means Ghana for e decision to make say you want say wontumi enti e besesem na me bisa say those ordinary people wo kasa sisi ano o dwene wo mo ho say wo mo nso o mo ye den to survive money a wo ye eduma kura no atese wo mo ekoba wo snake eduma papa atese wo mo nya bibi efri mu no ene wo mo ka kire wo se sika aban etua wo mo esan inflation se na ekeka ko wo mo ntumi enye den to aso enye eduma because sika no enso wo TUC for close up for na wo mo negotiate for your say 19% before Indra. Because one point in the say a band saying a cost roba from Kranoa, a buy to me and Yeshe Kranoa, you should beat them at par with the inflation rate. Now, Sikaka Crown, to me, I done anything. At least they can't save, but they will continue to work. What you idea to say, Yawahutrem. And then, him pana buying Eco Pesa Sikawi, Eddie Ebe Mount, and then in number 23.6%. Now, what's him besides say? If that is the case, then and a buying way Ghana for any Irish mu say indeed a buying way ye be a April because I can take you to 2015 2014 2015 it's excessive on the man Muhammad Sabre assassin we buy now some buy like doomsaw the rising price of fuel the falling prices of cocoa your major exporting commodity in the account yet to an among I'm obi it was no surprise. Say, adeɛ baako a ban ɛyɛ sɛ hwɛ yɛnhwɛ yɛn payroll system na yɛn pɛgye no because yɛnim sɛ ghost names ka ho indeed wɔn mo yɛ calibrations sɛ obi amfa ne sika through bank na bank no nso yɛbɛ connect no to social security de na ɛkeka ho by the time wɔn mo bɛ wie within the shortest possible time na 34,000 people any payroll no so wɔn say saa nkrɔfo we na yetua keke no munim because ya calibration say kire say wo ho wodi ho a woni ho by the time ebe wie no na aban sika or the wages no moving from 71% to 64%. Ama aban no enya laxity because ade a ye kan nyina e fiscal space o ema aban no onya ne ho kakra da sika no ebi wo ho a ode be bibia enye busua no okotua busua ne ka or de be ye bibia eye outstanding na obetimi development bi but as we sit now aban in this fiscal space no na so when this fiscal space na then aban na nkasa eya obe convince yen to be convinced that at least we are seeing some progress. Send your mama example of John the Man Mama in 2012 between 2012 and 2014. No, and I'm on 12 mutu. You won't be what by we. You obeti say, oh, I didn't say, oh, a very important issue like the accounting of your COVID funds.
But not ODSC,
yes, very important issue. No less a person than the former president. Our mind is still, or mind nations. Raise issues, COVID account, COVID sikana eba no ye free abuchi na ye raise wahano. More accounting mine sikano bibia to chima o sikani. The minority leader and the anopa on also raise the same point. And then now media event is online media outlets and so. Say sa COVID sikano munjindi bibia to chima obi edi sa sikano. Inti munya accounting for him. Obetino, yes, Obi be responding to John Amani Mahama, the communication director. Or Kaksa said commanding the ACCA and John Amani Mahama to be who and also a back and so on to me in the account. But the substantive issue, COVID Sikano, he didn't touch it. Mentesa are buying from the Ministry of Finance. I issue statement to indicate that this position is not true, and for that matter, say, and the Sikano half course say. Nobody is talking about that. I then now yedi and sika and a atria woman. Don't we have right to ask where our money is? Now a buy no so and a sadias or becatre. Up till now, nobody is talking about it. Ye besa ebeka sanwusa wo kasa ya say oh we mu to me yeah oh we and yes sir and no more kind of track ekewu. Nobody is subjecting them even to proof. Obi me no kasa say akoko asem keke na meka have been subjected to strict proof. Yeah. Abai no ya say sika covid sika pudu ya sika ketwa. Sika no omo manage ni omo di sika no. Abine is not responding. Is it not a concern?
Omudi Scano Tressing.
And I must say, Sikaro, Yadema will say,
Fire BB.
Fire B.
In your moment trained your Modia. Very well. Alhaji Kamal Deen Abdulai.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
MPP. Ya wa bemu. Ya bape. Ene ko ya yesambaye. NDC. Omuni abemu. Oma bape. Na nyina ehune no moye. And they are struggling to come back again. Na menua Nasari kasa. Na ni refi say ya hu sene na omukuta no mapen. Enti kasa ameka bebrebe nyina wa han nche say. Comparison na me year 2016 tama omu free aban mu a ye fa aban no from 2017 eba and me the current trend compare that time no kire say ya hu omu pen. Now what they did and the team that led that the same team na kasa omoba tina me team make say comparison kasa ene say de ya kasa na na do cry resign. No say John Dramani Mahama beji be 2 weeks and I beji be 1 month and I beji be 2 months. The situation that we are faced with right now, okay, cannot be changed by him immediately.
Asempa FM.
And in fact, even if he's going to change it, as to whether or they know how to do it is another matter because of his history and their history. I don't see anything new. But I'm not also saying, say, yeah, 100%. I only gave reasons why your economy ababi drew. Any Juma ye dia kanwa, bia, Eddie told be about your economy. So, and those are the matters I actually spoke to. But Saufi say, oh, let's reduce it to a level where, say, we be Baba say, John Mohammed say, and this say, that level, no. Again, I will still maintain my position, say, yes. If inflation is around 23% today, it's not a good spectacle for us as a country. And you're good. And yet, if the economic indicators are not looking good, pointing to a good direction, that is not a good spectacle for us. And I'm saying that as party communicators and government communicators, let us say it as a test. And of course, try to let Ghanaians know, say, when, and the more yet to honum say, hopefully, in the nearest future, no, why based on few months, the trend will change. Why? Nanado's administration has secured a single digit inflation before, and I whom with that. We saw it in the midst of. Yes, we saw the single digit. We got it.
When? Yeah, about
I'm
single
saying we
digit.
got it came to single digit before coming up.
Before
You have forgotten. Maybe you've forgotten.
2020.
Somewhere 2018, 2019. We hit.
Say again.
It was 9 point something.
Around 9
so,
point
9 point something. I know if you have forgotten. I have not forgotten.
It's true.
Yeah, hit a bipping. Sansona NDC brand so almost one hit a single digit pay. Now so tama omu free abemu. Where was inflation?
Yeah.
We came and brought it down. It's internet a dynamic. And ya there da honum. Na e pa yan fanya politics enye bibia yan kan ya bibia. But of course, the reality is the reality, and we must all as communicators begin to face the reality and then try as much as possible to say, yan kan yuma ya ye. Any why we have done this, it will have an impact on the economy, either positively or negatively. Then be able to get ourselves out of this. But it will be medicinal. I'm saying, who interviewed 2 gentlemen about the new patriotic party.
Okay.
And I was listening to you. I think say yes. Emrena so say obia ede ni owo. Obitima ye say emrano ama no kwan e wo party mrama no kwan say omagina na obegina. Say delegates beto abama no na omo to abama no. I want to appeal say nyame adoma calendar na ye di ama no by the 29th of this month no regional elections no so eden ebekoso. Okay? Na me appeal say executives na ye no. Yen hwe say ye betima yi omo a ombeboa ama party yetimi at the party na back together. Now of course we have work to do as a party. Ye betimi so a make sure say omo so a omo din kugo no ye betimi ade omo nyina aba on board. I think it's a good idea for us to keep our net and I keep our your friend is saying closeness. Say beya you bet me abua ama party ni koenim. Maybe there are bias when it comes to the national chairmanship elections.
Okay.
Of course, my bias is there. It's clear. I support Stephen Ayensu in team strongly, and I believe that inshallah, and you to me, and you to me, and you na time not as he shall be the national chairman of the New Patriotic Party. Medase.
Yes, we are that. Ekosiisen so ni high Asempa FM. Naziru me time
on Mawako.
Mawako.
Mestre, we want to say for more started proper PR, proper PR, our more professional. Yes, I do. Obi Mawako and wa obwa zungu fuomba bun. And ye mwa ketwa. Mestre. Say Sasem or Monche. If it is and Kenny, and wow, I know number of people are there or to be a school because of that man. Or poor man for you, because that is one thing I also be a consider in his corporate social responsibility. Now, yen share now say a problem I bet me also over now solving a business on anything. And what?
Mate, Medase. Ekosiisen so high Asempa 94.7